So today I'm going to discuss about GCD of two numbers and Fibonacci number series. Okay. So generally before starting the session, this is the question 1 and question 2, today's challenge, I think day 4 challenge. Okay. So generally I'm going to discuss with a basic few examples, then you will get a clarity of what is meant by GCD or anything. Okay. See. So before going to start the session, I'm going to take a few example. GCD of two numbers, then you will get a good clarity. Okay, GCD terms nothing but greatest common divisor. Greatest common divisor. So I think there will be a brute force approach and one will be a optimal approach. Okay, so don't worry, I'm going to discuss the both approaches and you'll get a good clarity of the question. Okay, for the firstly, next we'll write factors of 12 and followed by 18. Okay, so can we say what are the factors of 12? 1, 2, 3, I think 4 and 6, 12. Can we say factors of 18? 1, 2, 3, 6, 18. In the both the common factors, in the both the common divisors, what is the, there are divisors, no? In this, what is the highest common divisor? What is the highest common divisor? The highest common divisor is 6. So that reason we got the answer 6. Similarly, we'll take one more example. I think we will take 15 and 20. See what are the factors for 15? 1, 3, 5 and 15. So what are the factors for 20? 1, 4, 5, 10 and 20. So in this, what is the highest common factor? What is the highest common factor in the both the numbers? Okay, in the both the numbers. So can we say it is 5? Yes, it is 5. Okay, so this is the greatest common divisor. I think you got a good clarity what is meant by GCD and how we are going to find it. Okay, so generally, can we say a brute force approach? For suppose, what is the minimum of both the numbers 15 and 20? What is the minimum number? What is the minimum like in this both? What is the smallest number? 15 is the smallest number. Can you wait, from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, so on up to, I think up to 1. We will take up to 1. So these are the numbers. When I'm choosing from 15 and 20, I'm taking the minimum number 15. From 15 to 1. From 15 to 1. Okay, we are coming from the back onwards. We are coming from the back side onwards. Okay, so 20 modulo 15 and 15 modulo 15. This must be equal to 0. This must be equal to 0. So which number it is satisfying? No, it is not satisfying the condition. Now I will take 20 modulo 14 equal to 0 and 15 modulo 14 equal to 0. Or what? This is also not satisfying. This is also not satisfying. Why? 20 modulo 14, what we are getting? 6 we are getting. Here we are getting 1. It should be equal to 0. Okay, so 6 double equal to 0. No, it's not satisfying the condition. Similarly, 15 modulo 14, 1 double equal to 0. No, it's not satisfying the condition. Similarly, 13. So 13 also won't satisfy. 12 also won't satisfy. 11 also won't satisfy. Where it will satisfy? 20 modulo 5 equal to 0. Yes, it is equal to 0. And 15 modulo 5 equal to 0. Yes, it's satisfying both the conditions. So there is the both the greatest common divisor is what? 5. You can check. I think you got my point what I'm going to say. So this is one kind of approach, basic approach. Now I am going to discuss one more optimal approach I want to discuss. Okay, so don't worry. I think this is one of the optimal approach. I think I don't know the name correctly. Euclidean division method. Euclidean division method approach. Euclidean division method approach. It is also very simple. I'll explain you clearly, don't worry. So in interview, try to say for the firstly brute force approach. First brute force approach. See how we said we choose a minimum element, and with that minimum element both the conditions should modular should be given as 0 and the number is the greatest common divisor. Similarly, in optimal first you have to say for brute force approach, nothing but brute force approach, and then followed by an optimal approach, then interview will get satisfied. Okay. 15 and 20. So I'll take A is equals to 15 and B is equals to 20. Okay. So here I'm if any of my A or B, I'm saying I'll write the code. I'll write a basic snippet of the code and you'll get a good clarity. Okay. While A greater than 0 and B greater than 0. Okay. If A greater than B, then A is equals to A modulo B, or else B is equals to B modulo A. We'll get a clarity, don't worry. Here I am going to return B, I think I'll write here. If A is equal to 0, question mark, return B, else A. I think this is somewhat a simple approach, like Euclidean division method approach. I think Euclidean modulus approach. Please go through into the internet. Okay. See what I am going to do here. See for the firstly, A is equals to 15. Okay. A is equals to 15, B is equals to 20. So now both the conditions are satisfied. Here if condition was not satisfied, so it will go to the B. Okay. So B, what will happen? 20 modulo 15. 20 modulo 15, what we are going to get? B is equals to 5. Okay. B is equals to 5. So what will happen in the next iteration? A is 15 and B is equals to 20. Sorry, not 20. B is equals to 5. So now what was happening here? A is greater than B. Condition satisfied. 15 modulo 5. What will get here? 0. We are going to get 0. So I said the condition both the should be greater than 0. But in the next iteration it is going to terminate. Okay, it is going to terminate. 0 greater than 0, no, it's not satisfying the condition, and 5 greater than 0, but in end condition both must be satisfied, but here it was not satisfying. So that reason we are getting A equal to 0. So that reason we are returning B is what? 5. Okay. So what we are doing, we are just applying a modulus method. Okay. So we are taking we are not going through all the iterations. We are taking I'm just taking the modulus of the values. Okay. So it will take less number of iterations. Okay. It will take less number of iteration. For example, if you are taking 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, up to 5. How many iteration it was taking? Now this how many iteration was it was taking. So by applying a modulus method, so this approach we are going to minimize the number of iterations, and we are finding the GCD of two numbers. I think you got a good clarity of it. While typing the code, you'll get a good clarity. Okay, don't worry. So I'm reading here both the numbers. I'm going to write the brute force approach. Don't worry. I'll write brute force. Num1. Okay. Num1 int num2. Okay. Math dot minimum of num1 comma num2. Okay, I'm I greater than 0, I minus minus. If num1 modulo I equal to 0, num2 modulo I equal to 0, return I. Or at the worst case, I am going to return. So there will be 1, both the common time. So this is one kind of brute force approach. Okay. So I am going to write the optimal approach also. Approach. See. While num1 greater than 0, if num1 greater than num2, if num1 greater than num2, I am going to decrease the num1 by what? Num1 modulo num2. Okay, or else condition what I am going to write, num2 is equals to num2 modulo num1. I can write the shorthand operator. For better clarity, I'm returning in like this. Okay, if return, I'm going to run writing one more condition. If num1 equal to 0, it is satisfying my condition, then return num2, else num1. Okay, So now I'm going to write the condition, you'll get a good clarity. We'll take the simple examples 15 and 20. We have to get answer as 5. Sorry, I have to mention the return type here also. See, initially in previous time I used to code in Python, so that reason I'm not focusing on the return type. So I have to now focus on the return type. Yes. See, we got the output 5 5 when I'm just calling the both the approaches, brute force approach and the optimal approach. I think whatever I thought in the OneNote, the same thing I was implemented here. I think you got my point. What was the brute force approach and what is the optimal approach? So this is a Euclidean division method approach. This is kind of we are taking a minimum value from the both and we are decrementing, and the both the should be divisible by the common factor. I think you got my point much more clearly. Okay, so we'll give one more example. 16 and 18 we will give. 2 we are getting. 12 and 18 we have to get 6. What we are getting, we will check. Yes, we got the output. I think I completed one of my this one. See, now I am going to discuss about Fibonacci series. I think most of the companies ask these questions. Fibonacci series. Try to understand my handwriting. Okay. See, it was asked in mostly in TCS, Cognizant, and Wipro. Okay. I think most of the companies, etc. I saw in Reddit, so that reason I am saying this question. Okay. So there are multiple ways. One kind of iterative approach we can go with iterative approach, and recursive approach. As of now, for the firstly, I want to go with the iterative approach. In coming sessions, I want to discuss about the recursive approach. Not right now. Okay. So while you are learning, try to learn iterative first. Then you'll get a good clarity. So that reason, I think in coming session I'm going to discuss about recursion. So in recursion I'm going to cover a Fibonacci series. Okay, Fibonacci series. Okay, what is meant by Fibonacci series? What you're saying Fibonacci. I will get a clarity. Wait. Okay. Initially we are having a is equals to 0 and b is equals to 1. So I'm going to take the screenshot of this to get a clarity. Okay. So Fibonacci series I am going to discuss. Okay. So initially a is equals to 0 and b is equals to 1. Okay. Generally up to we have to go to the up to level 5. We have to go 5 iterations. Okay. So what will happen? Initially a is equals to 0, b is equals to 1. So can we say c is equals to a plus b? Now what will happen? B will be copied to a. So and b will be become c. So now what will happen? A plus b, what? It will be 1. So now c is what? 1. And b is what? It is 1. It will be copying to a, and b is what? 1. So in coming iteration, what will happen again? C is equals to a plus b. C is equals to a plus b. Okay, C is equals to a plus b. A is equals to b. Again, b is equals to c. See, for the firstly 0, 1 it will be there. Okay, don't worry. 0, 1 and 1. And now what will happen? A also have 1 and B also 1. We are getting what we are getting here? We are getting output 2. So now again A is equals to B. Now again A will be 1 and now B will be what? What is the C? I'm just copying into the B. Okay. So now what will happen again? In the coming iteration, how many steps right now is was completed? 1, 2, 3, 4. So in the next iteration, what will happen? C is equals to a plus b, and a is equals to b, and c is b is equals to c. So what is a here? Here a is 1 and b is 2. So 1 plus 2, c is 3, and a is equals to b, nothing but a will be 2 and b will be 3, right? Oh, I think you got a good clarity, or I'll explain in much more detail, don't worry. So what will take? See, I'll take like this. Okay. Initially, first iteration 0, next will be 1. Okay. So now a will be 0, b is equals result is equals to a plus b. Okay, a plus b. 0 plus 1 what? It is 1. Okay, this is one step, this is one step. Try to understand. Okay. Okay. Now in the coming iteration, what I am going to say, so you have to copy b to the a and res to the b. What will happen here? 1 here and it will be 1. Okay, so 1 plus 1 what we are going to get here? 2. Similarly, I am saying what I am saying, b will be copied to a, so here will be again 1, it will be 2. 2 plus 1 what we are getting? 3. See, here output is 2 and here output is 3, and okay, here also output 1. So if we given n value 5, so what are the Fibonacci series? 0, 1, 1, 2, 3. See what it was happening, the sum of two numbers will be the resultant, I mean the resultant. Okay, this will be the resultant of 1 is here. Again these both sum will be the resultant, this 2, and both of this sum 1 plus 2 will be the resultant. And the next series, can you guess? 3 plus 2, it will be 5. I hope you got my point. Okay, so it is a very simple logic. I think by tracing this you got to understand Fibonacci series. 0, 1, 1, 2, 3 and 5. So this is the Fibonacci series. Okay, sum of two numbers going to be the result, and the next will in the next iteration it will be one part of the sum. Okay, I hope you understand. While writing code you will get a good clarity. Okay, see, as of now it is very simple logic. It is very simple logic. A is equals to 0, b is equals to 1. In first iteration I am going to print a and 1. Okay, if we given n value is equals to 1, it will be print 0. N value 2, both 0 and 1. If n value 3, 0 plus 1, 1 we are going to get, not total 3. If n value 4, 1 plus 1 what? 2. If n value 5, 1 plus 2, I mean 0, 1, 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 1 plus 2, 3. 1, 2, total 5 values we are getting. Okay, so I'm going to write the code. You'll get a good clarity. I'm going to write a base condition. If n is equals to 0 or n is equals to 1, I'm going to return, or I'm going to print 1. I'm going to print 1, or in the else case I'm going to write a is equals to 0, b is equals to 1, b is equals to 1. I'm going to go up to n minus 2 steps. Okay, I'll write the code, you'll get a good clarity. So I'm going to write the code. Okay, I'm just taking the previous code. Fibonacci of number. I'm just writing as simple base conditions. If num equal to 1, I'm just printing the 0. Wait. Int a is equals to 0, b is equals to 1. Okay, so I'm going to print a here. M is equals to 8. Okay, if num equal to 1, I'm going to print a, or else I want to print a comma b. We will check what will happen. If any error, we will debug it. Okay, now if it I'm going to print from 2 to up to the series of num. Okay, int I is equals to 2, I less than num, I plus plus. Okay, so here I'm going to implement what I'm going to do is I'm going to store in int c is equals to a plus b, int c is equals to a plus b. Now a will copied by what? It will be copied by b, b will be copied by a. Okay, so this is going to happen by the entire loop. Sys out. I'm going to check with the basic condition. Sorry, I think I written any wrong. Just I need to paste this statement here. System.out.println. Zero, one, one, two. I think what is the output here? 2, 3. Something we are missing, somewhere we are missing the condition. See, there is a edge case. We have to copy B to the C. Okay, so that reason we are getting wrong output. The overall entire code is correct. Yes, we got the output. So I think you got a good clarity what we are doing. We are just making a sum of the previous number and we are placing. Okay, say in much more detail. For suppose initially 0 1 is there, 1 plus 0 what, it will 1, and the next number will be what, the sum of these two numbers, so it will be 2, and the next number will be what, 1 plus 2. Okay, can we say that fib of n minus 1 plus fib of n minus 2, fib of n is equals to, think how did I derive the equation? You got a good clarity. What we are doing, if we want a fourth element, if we want the fourth element, what we are doing, we are going to plus the fib of third plus fib of 3 plus fib of 2. Okay, this is the basic funda, I mean basic logic. So while writing in a recursive way, you will get a good clarity. You will get a good clarity. As of now, it is an iterative approach and it is enough. What I did here I written here, the same logic was implemented in the code. Okay, so don't worry, try to practice and try to trace it. You'll get a good clarity. Bye. Have a nice day.